I'm Ken, and you're watching Celt Can Cook, the Scottish cooking channel that encourages young men and women to have the confidence and competence they need to conquer the kitchen.
Howdy neighbour, have I got a show for you. A lot of you probably don't realise my mother was a Southern belle. She grew up in Georgia. So I thought, I haven't really done much Southern cuisine. Why don't we make chicken fried steak and cornbread and mashed potatoes and gravy? Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. You're going to love it. Let's be about it, shall we? Alright, we're going to start with the cornbread because it takes the longest to get everything ready. We're going to take 2 eggs, crack them, add them to our bowl. Very nice. We're just going to kind of blend that wee bit. Kind of break the yolk. Then we're going to add 1.5 cups of cornmeal. Good, good. Just kind of swirl that in a wee bit. Don't really need to mix it at this point. We're going to add 1 cup of regular old flour, all-purpose flour, whatever you want to call it. And 1/4 cup of olive oil, or vegetable oil, whatever you've got on hand. Not motor oil, Corey. I hear you out there. Not motor oil. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of sugar and a good cup of milk. Just going to blend it all nice together. There's really no need to use a blender at this point. It's nice and simple to just get a whisk, blend it all together. Doesn't take any time at all. And just a wee bit of salt. That's fine. It's about 3/4 teaspoon if I remember correctly. And just kind of blend that all together. Very nice. Now we are going to make jalapeno bacon. So we're going to add some bacon bits and jalapeno bits. It's going to be fantastic. Oh boy. I'm just going to blend it all together. Nice and smooth. You don't have to add these things. I just want to. And I want to add cheese too because cheesy jalapeno bacon cornbread. Oh, be still my beating heart. More like be still my artery clogged heart. Put it in a greased 8x8 pan. Mine's not greased, but that's because I totally forgot to grease it first. Alright, now it's time to make our steak batter. We're going to take 2 eggs, crack them, put them in about 1 cup of milk. The eggs make it nice and sticky and makes it so the batter adheres better. The milk adds flavour. We're going to add, we're not really measuring this too precisely, we're adding flour, paprika, cayenne pepper, some onion powder, some garlic powder, and some pepper. Going to blend it all together. Onion powder, not garlic powder. And we're going to add some panko breadcrumbs because it makes things nice and crunchy. It's fantastic. Alright, I bought some cheap meat. It's called cube steak. What we're going to do is you want to tenderize it first. I don't have a meat tenderizer, but what I do have is a hammer and some plastic baggies. We're going to wrap the hammer in plastic baggies and just smash the living daylights out of that meat. Now, we're going to dredge our meat in our egg and milk mixture and then run it through our breadcrumbs. And then again, and then again. I like mine extra breaded. Usually, you just egg it, flour it, you're done. I like to do it twice because I like that extra breading. And 1, and 2. This makes sure that everything is nice and coated. Because you want that nice golden brown texture. Oh, it's fantastic. That's the best part of frying some food. The crunch. Alright, so after 20 minutes, our cornbread looks like that. Pretty good looking, doesn't it? Alright, we're going to take a cast iron pan. We're going to fill it with about 1/4 inch of some sort of high temperature oil, like peanut oil or avocado oil. It's way too expensive. Because we're going to be doing some deep fat frying. When it's nice and hot, we're going to put our meat in one at a time. And then, after about a minute, we're going to flip it. And then flip it again. Because remember, these are very, very thin, so it doesn't take any time at all to cook. You just wait till it gets nice and golden brown on one side, flip it, golden brown on the other, then salt it while it's still warm. Oh, that's looking good. Yeah. Very nice. Alright, now we're going to drain our oil because there's a lot of it there. Because we want to make a nice gravy. Now, sometimes you spill oil. What you want to do is you want to clean that up because that right there is a grease fire hazard. Alright? Nothing is more important than safety. Well, flavour. But after flavour, safety. Just make sure all the oil's cleaned up if you spill any. Alright, that's good for me. Now we're trying to make gravy, alright? So I want a bit of that steak flavour in my gravy. But I should have drained more of that oil. That is a lot of oil to be making gravy out of. But you're going to add a wee bit of milk to what should be a mostly oil-free pan, and a wee bit of flour to kind of thicken things up. Let it sit for a little while, add more milk as necessary. And you don't really need to cook it very long. This is very simple to make. You can add some salt if you like, a wee bit of pepper. Alright, you've seen me make potatoes before. I add a bunch of cut potatoes to a pot of water, set it to boil. Fantastic. When they're nice and tender, pull them off, add some butter, let it melt, and then add some canned milk. Not condensed, that's way too sweet. Add evaporated milk. Or some heavy cream if you got it. That stuff is fantastic. Then use a potato smasher to just mash those potatoes as much as you can. It's a lot of fun, especially if you've got kids, little Waynes running around. Just give them a smasher and say, "Oh, go at it, lad." They love that. And then just keep adding little bits at a time. You know, don't just drench it, otherwise you got soup. And there you have it. Oh, an absolutely fantastic meal. This is delicious. I've never made this before until right now. Well, I mean, I've made the potatoes, but I've never done the cornbread just like this, and I've never made chicken fried steak. It's delicious. I love it, and I think if you give it a shot, you're going to love it. Oh, before I go, I got something neat to show you. Alright, so a friend of mine has an Etsy channel, or whatever they call them, Etsy store, and she makes these laser etchings on decanters. How cool is that? Now, I'm not sponsored, I'm doing this for free, but I really like this product. She didn't have any, laser etchings of the Scottish national flag, St Andrew's Cross with claymores, but she's got the American flag with guns, where the stripes are. Don't know if this picks it up just right, but I'll put the link down to her store below. I don't know if this is limited time only or not, but I think it's fantastic. And she also does these little tumblers, or whatever they're called. Scotch glass is all I call them. Oh, how cool is that? Yeah, you can see the guns. I like it quite a bit. Anyway, if enough interest is generated, maybe she'll bring it back just for you. In the meantime, you're watching Celt Can Cook, the Scottish cooking channel that encourages young men and women to have the confidence and competence they need to conquer the kitchen. And I'll be seeing ya